We are back.
We are
Hey,
back, finally.
finally,
You act
we
like you
took a
want never coming
long
back.
break.
You act like you ain't never want to come back.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, it was
I
all
think
you.
we shared a little something called COVID, which is the
Right?
reason that held us up from coming right back.
I know that's the truth. COVID tried to get you, girl.
Co- and after 3 years, COVID finally caught up with me.
Yeah. This your
You
first
can't
time
let your
with it,
guard.
and my
Yeah.
second time with it.
Well, like I said, I think I had it before we knew it was COVID because being sick for 45 days was not fun back in 2019. So I think that I had probably the first bouts of it before we all got vaccinated and boosted and all that.
Yeah, I think a lot
So
of people, I think I know several people who had it before it really hit the news.
yeah,
They had
yeah.
it like that winter right before it got big. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was not fun because I I don't like being sick, and lucky for me, I only had 1 day of body aches and 2 days of losing my smell.
I didn't
So
lose smell or taste. I didn't have body aches. And I have never seen a disease or illness or whatever affect everybody differently.
yeah,
It'd be different if everybody had the same thing, but nobody does. And the only way you know is you got to get the test and then it'll tell you if you got it. Because most people
yeah.
be like, oh, I think it's a cold. Most people think they got a cold.
I thought I had the flu.
Or the flu. But no, boo, go
Yeah,
to the doctor and get that test. Because when you
because the
told me about the
night,
headache, remember I said,
yeah,
ooh,
yep,
I think you got COVID. And I never said that to you before, but this time I
right.
was like, because that
Well,
headache.
because the headache was never ending, but it was that night that I guess it really kind of punched me. I changed clothes twice in the middle of the night because I was sweating
Sweating.
that. Yeah, I was cold
Oh,
sweats
man.
in the bed. That's why I thought it was the flu because I had the flu in high school and I had the flu once being an adult. And both times it was those cold sweats where you have to get up in the middle of the night, change clothes, change the sheets, blah, blah, blah. And because I had to do that, that's why I thought it was the flu. But then I was sitting here and I was like, this headache, ouch, like had me looking cross-eyed. And so I did the COVID test. And when I tell you immediately it said positive, I'm talking about I hadn't even turned the thing and closed. And I said, okay, that test is faulty. Let me go get another test. So when it got a second test from the drawer, immediately it said positive. I was like,
Damn it.
so yeah, hanging out. I did too much for Founders Day. I had
That's
a
what
good
I
time. At
said.
least I went out with a bang.
I was showing out. I was just showing out. That's my own fault. Yeah, that's my own fault. And I was negative Tuesday night and Wednesday. I took it again, like Wednesday evening or whatever, and it was immediately positive. I was like, damn it. And when I went to the urgent care, they were like, you know, you got it. Quit playing. Quit playing. No,
You
for real. The
messing
nurse,
up a copay for nothing.
I know. The doctor, yeah, I think it was the doctor. The doctor was like, you know, you got it. I was like, I do. I know.
I didn't even bother going to the doctor for them to tell me something I already knew. Looking at that beet red COVID test.
It's like you tested positive at home. You know you got it. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
But I will go because I have asthma, I will go to the urgent care this coming week just so they can listen to my chest before I start back working out, because sometimes I can hear a little bit of wheezing, a little. But it's mostly when I'm like laying down at night or something.
Yeah.
So, but I'll check on that. But anyway, we took a little break in December because we needed just a little break. And then when we were ready to come back,
And here
both
COVID
of us
like,
got COVID. Bye-bye.
sit y'all butts down.
Right.
Now we don't even see each other but every few months. Then the one weekend we hang out, boom, both of us get it. So, but luckily nobody in my house got sick, so great. So anyway,
Luckily.
we're back. A lot has happened
A lot has happened.
since we last met. Ready, not ready. Love and Marriage Huntsville wrapped up. They had their reunion. We missed all of that. It really ain't nothing to talk about anyway. So
It was a lot of unnecessary stuff going on that reunion, and it definitely did not have to take place over the course of 3 weekends.
it did not need 3 episodes for us to say Kiki was useless.
Right.
It did
Talking
not.
about cut it out. You remember that?
And puppets. Yeah, I'm good.
Right.
Y'all can miss me with that. So anyway, so
Doing
now
the
what are we
most.
talking about?
So Ready to Love is back. And
Can you believe it's already season 7? It
season
don't seem like it's
7.
been on that long.
Yeah, and I have to be honest with you. These are some boring people. I'm not very impressed with the cast at all. And it's funny because I was trying to look for one of the girls' name because she's not for some reason on the website they have main cast and then they have these extra people that they bring in like at a later date, but they're not on the website. So I wound up going to the Facebook page yesterday trying to figure out what this girl's name is because I can't understand what they're saying because it's not what Kim Kim. It's not that. So why are you looking like that?
So I mean, just go ahead. What?
But anyway, I was reading some of the comments from the people on the Facebook page, and all the way down, everybody's like, it's so boring. Y'all need to do a better job at casting people. These folks are not ready to love. They don't match, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's not just me. Okay.
I kept wondering, is it me or maybe they're gonna get better later on. The first few episodes is just kind of a we got to get to know each other thing, and so I was like, maybe that's all it is. But we have already had what 3 episodes, and it's still boring. So I don't know. They'll step it up. The producers will make them start creating some drama pretty soon.
But I don't like this new Lifeline thing. I don't. All you're doing is prolonging it. I don't.
I don't like it either. Okay, so what you're saying, what you're talking about is the fact that they got a twist this year that each group, the men and the women, one time during the season can save one person, but they have to unanimously agree.
Right. Which they won't.
It's going to be a fight.
It's going to be a fight, but you don't need that. Just as a matter of fact, I want them to start taking a woman and a man off each episode.
Chop them down.
2 a week.
Get them out of here.
We don't need all of this. We don't need all of this.
And it's maybe because they get too many episodes or something, but if it's dragging on, if you got to keep putting people back on the show and you got to be doing all of this, then it's too long. Oh, I'm flashing or something. Then it's going on too long. So then at that point, you need to have fewer episodes. Chop this down to 10. You can have a 10 episode season. Get it popping and get them on up out of there. So yeah,
exactly.
Because I really didn't like when they brought 4 new people in. I don't ever like that on a show. I don't ever think it's fair when somebody gets to come in after folks have already been there.
Yeah. Because it's already, I know you haven't done it in a long time, but it's already hard to try to have a conversation, with more than 2 people at a time. That's already difficult in and of itself. But to bring in extra folks each time, and we don't need it. These folks don't match. So you just add more folks to the group that don't match. So
right.
Keep it moving. And then I hate to put our sisters down, and I don't really know if it's our sisters or if it's the makeup artist, but the makeup is horrendous. And I don't wear makeup, so it stands out to me. And I just really feel like everybody has a whole bunch of caked on makeup, and it doesn't look good at all.
Part of it is television. They do put on a lot of makeup on people on television. But then it's also currently in society, women are wearing a lot of makeup. It's a
Yes,
billion-dollar industry,
a
multi-billion
lot.
dollar industry. And, people are just, yeah, they're caking it on. It's just, and when you can see
It
it, I
looks
watched,
stacked on. It looks thick though. It
it
just
looks
really
thick
looks.
and orange. They look
And
orange.
on,
I
and
know
then
the
when you look
TV
in
color.
here and look in here, it's two totally different colors.
And they like 3 shades apart. Like, how's your face that light, baby? Some ain't
And
adding
you
up.
know, the funny thing is, I have been on TV both. I was on a teen talk show when I was in high school, and I've been on TV a couple of times as an adult. And not one time have people put makeup on me. Not one time. Now it's weird. Maybe
Hmm.
it's because I don't know, but it's looking, it's getting worse. I mean, I know you haven't seen the second episode yet, but the second episode, I'm gonna see if you can really see what I'm
The one
talking
last
about.
night.
The one last night, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, you know, the couples and the guys and the women and all that kind of stuff. So the first episode, they got rid of 2 people pretty quickly. They got rid
Thank
of the little
goodness.
short guy, poor thing. I felt so bad for him.
His name was Dre.
Yeah, Dre. I felt so bad for the little fella.
Why?
Cause he
First of all,
little. Cause he little. And
he
he
didn't even
already
have any
had
game. He didn't
he
have any
had to take
game.
a
And he looked like
chance.
a little boy.
He took a chance to go on this show and he got embarrassed nationally. I was like, oh, he was sitting on the bench with the girl on his feet, one touching the ground. I was like, oh, oh, Pookie. Oh, little fella. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna be short, you gotta have some game. You gotta have some swagger. That's just
Right.
how it is. And he didn't. He was just in there like, "Hey guys, what are we doing today?" It just looked like he was somebody's little brother that wanted to hang out. Yeah,
Mickey
I
Mouse
just
Club.
and the women were giving him no love. They were looking over him like, "You still here?"
Like,
So, oh man, I felt so bad for him. But
well,
other
I don't know if the other guys are much better, because I'm not gonna lie to you, that guy Andre or
with the
whatever,
dookie
that
braid.
little the whole time I'm watching the show, I'm staring at that.
I just
I'm
want to be
going,
like,
what is it?
I just so bad. I just want to get some scissors and go. I cannot, bruh. What is that? What is that?
Oh my God.
And at this point, I guess he's known for it. People probably know him as the guy with the little dookie braid. But I
Stop.
mean,
Just stop.
bruh, stop it. Stop it. And he's got pretty teeth. He actually has a really nice
I
smile,
couldn't
but
get I'm not lying to
but you
you. I
stuck
don't
on
know
that
what any of
forehead.
this I'm still up here. And it's funny because I look at the TV and I go,
I'm the same way. There was this guy in the band when I was in college, and he had this crazy haircut, and I could not look in his face when he would be talking to me. I would just go. I was like, I'm so ignorant, and I would feel myself doing it, but I'm like,
oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the TV going.
and if you were in person, you probably would be doing him like, can I just, can I? Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So but he's cute. Like he has a nice smile and pretty
I let
teeth.
you have it.
Um,
I didn't see any of that.
none of the rest of them are cute to me. Well, the one guy that came, they added him later, Mark Anthony. He's kind of
Mark Anthony, he's nice.
he's
He's
kind of
he I still don't know if he's very genuine, but he does have a good sense of humor and he seems to be really nice.
yeah. The
But
women they eliminated, I don't have any opinion.
Well, Z, when she, what was the song at the end? Once again, I'm going.
What made you think that was a good idea, baby? Who told you that you should do that?
But the whole time I'm watching her, I'm going, awkward. Everything was so awkward. I mean, even to the when she made the statement, laughing is like orgasms. I'm like,
She read that somewhere and she wanted to say it to come off cute, but it just came out weird. In her case, though, once they say every season, if they say you got a homegirl vibe, that's the nail in the coffin.
yeah.
It's the nail in the coffin. And it, unfortunately, for a lot of women, they homegirls, they end up cool with guys. I was the homegirl.
I
So,
was the homegirl too. Still
yeah. So,
the homegirl.
and it's a shame when they put you in that friend zone, that homegirl
But
category.
I think that's part of the
Selfish.
problem is that you should be friends with the person first. I don't even understand why they choose to point that out every season.
Because
Because
they're
don't you
saying that
want to
this
be?
is, it's not that they're friends though. Yeah, they don't, it's not that they just want to be, they don't want somebody that they just cool with, and when they see you, they're gonna dap you up. You know what I'm saying? They want to be attracted
I
to the
don't get
woman.
dapped up.
They think,
I don't
yeah,
get
but her,
dapped up.
that, but when they say you got the homegirl vibe, that's gonna be like, oh, this is my homegirl, and hey, boo, like that. It ain't gonna be, oh, she's sexy or she this or she that. It'll take them a while to start looking at her differently. I don't
Okay.
know. But and that's why they get eliminated, because the dudes are like, nah, she not bringing it.
Yeah, and the other girl that got eliminated, I'm not trying to be funny, but thank goodness they got rid of her. Natasha, her voice would have irritated my soul. And I have to say the disclaimer. Most of the time, it's because for me, I think it's the musician in me. It's like it's a nagging sound, a irritating sound to me. And it hurts my ears.
Like when Beyonce goes up there on Love on Top.
I can do that. It's musical. But this girl talking,
it gets in my, it does something in my ear, in the back of my throat, kind of. She be like, no, I want that. And she keep going
that's
up, and
because
I'm
she's
just
straining.
like, I'm like,
well, she's not a Shantae Moore or a Tamia or a Shanice. So
all right, bring it, break them down.
I mean, it is what it is.
Moore,
I am. I am a musician.
That song, okay, off topic. But
right.
there's just certain, yeah. And attorneys don't always do well on this show either, I see. So, I wasn't surprised they got rid of her.
Wait a minute, but wasn't Simone an attorney? The one they brought back Rashid and Simone, which I thought was why.
But he didn't pick her on the show, and she wasn't doing that great on the show for a while. Sometimes the attorneys get a bad rap.
She was so fake to me. She was not remotely a favorite.
And Rashid is the one that the chick tried to say he was one way, but he really wasn't like that. He was the Kappa, right? That had bad skin. I think he's a
cat with the bad acne. Yeah.
Yeah. He turned out to actually seem like he was pretty nice, but he did kind of come off arrogant the first few episodes that season.
Maybe it's good they together because she fake and he arrogant, so maybe it'll last.
Who knows?
Good luck to them.
Proposed to her. Just interesting, but yeah, none of these guys are really. And the guy they eliminated last Friday, the one that was talking about sex solid for Breeze, like the spray. I kept going, what are they saying?
That was they were saying Febreze, but it was a 100% total turn off. And for me, it was. watching it.
It was for all of them, and it was awkward and just creepy. Like, bro, I don't even know your last name, and you talking about sex
Exactly.
every other word.
Every girl, I
Calm
was just
down.
like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a prude or anything. I would eventually like to talk about sex, but not, hi, my name is Kim, let's talk about sex. Like, dang, can we get a chance to know each other first? Like,
Right.
that is not the first thing that should be coming out of your mouth.
Exactly. Exactly. So
And
it
I
wasn't a
like lots of
surprise.
sex, and you gotta have sex, and sex is so important in a relationship. What you say you do for a living?
Exactly.
Like,
What's your favorite food or anything? I don't know. Whatever we gonna talk about. So did you go to the Kendrick Lamar concert? I don't know, something.
something else
But just
other than
sex, bro. Just sex. All right.
every, oh my
Yeah.
God. I was so glad he was removed.
Yeah. So it wasn't
Because
a surprise that they got rid of
no,
him.
no.
Yeah. But then the other guy that they almost eliminated,
Blake.
there's something about him. There's something about him I'm just not
Cut him.
feeling.
Uh-uh.
I think
He's
he's been coasting his whole life on those dimples. And they not as cute as he thinks they are.
I 100% agree with you.
You know, he's really full of himself. And he came on here. He doesn't have the mentality that they're supposed to have for the show, like being open to being with someone and starting a relationship and all of that. He like, yeah, I ain't trying to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
He done already had his kids. He
He
already
got 3
done.
kids, and they're
Yeah.
by 3 different women,
Yeah,
right?
he's got his baby mamas. He not trying to do any of that. He don't want no more kids. He trying to be dating a whole bunch of women. Then what you on here for, bruh?
And see,
Yeah.
that's the part I don't understand. Why are you on here if you don't want to date a lot of women? Because that's the whole point of the show.
Yeah. And then the one chick said he told her, who was it? She said he told her she was the one and he didn't want to date nobody else.
Jeffrey.
But he kind of like a stalker. Yeah. He's saying he didn't say that. But
Right.
what you think?
I think he said it.
I do too. Because
I
he
think
has
he
that
said it.
attitude.
Yeah. I think he said it. And the fact that, he's going to say he didn't, I was just like, why are you lying? Why are you trying to make this girl look like she's a liar?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And
If you said it,
why would she just all of a sudden just decide to make you out to be a stalker?
right, on day one,
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
knowing that would backfire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he said it. I think he said it. You think he said it too?
I do.
Yeah.
I do think he said it. Because he, like I said, he has that attitude. Like if he decided this is the one I want, he's gonna tell her. And because he ain't trying to be competing with a whole bunch of dudes. He ain't trying to be, he ain't trying to have her dating other folks. He ain't trying to be doing all, he ain't trying to do what the show is about. He's just
Yeah.
like, let's just me and you knock this out. And he's sneaky. Like you said, he would do that off camera on the phone and then deny it later on. So they can get rid of him next week. Him or really any of the rest of them. I don't.
You can
I'm looking at their pictures and I'm like, yeah. I don't know. We'll see where it goes because there's always some interesting things that develop. So we'll see what happens. But so far, I give this season about a C plus.
I give it a D minus. One of the guys on there reminds me of Ross.
Wait.
Don't even try to guess who. Don't even try to guess who it is.
The accountant, DeMario.
You know what?
Why you say that? Is it he looks like him to you or he acts like him?
Both. Yeah.
Huh. It's got to be him or Blue, the club owner.
It's not Blue. Blue is the one with the gray eyes.
You talk about the one that went horseback riding? Him? That's DeMario. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
You can see that.
A little bit, and I can see it a little bit in the face. I can
Yeah,
see
but
it.
in more ways than one.
Uh-huh. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Some of the mannerisms, I can see it.
Yeah, some of the mannerisms. I'm just
Mhm.
like, I don't think that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, you might need to be on a different show, sir.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and then there's like a few Caribbean people on
It
this
is.
season.
I hear a few accents.
I think that somebody's from Haiti, somebody's from
Anthony seems to have an accent to me. And of course the Febreze guy. We just saying
I think he was
Febreze.
the Haitian because he spoke French. And then
And
there's
Andre, I think.
and I think the other bar owner or club guy, the younger dude.
Okay.
Lighten.
And then the girl, I don't know if I
One
can't
of
tell
the
if she's
ladies.
country, the
One of
one
the
that went out
ladies.
with Andre to do the painting.
Mhm.
She seems to have an accent to me, but
Yeah.
sometimes she just sounds a little country.
So that's interesting. And maybe it's because they're in Miami, and a lot of different people in Miami, close to the Caribbean, But there's another dynamic that comes around with dating people from the islands.
Exactly.
So we're going to see some of that coming out this season, I think. It ought to be interesting. We'll see how they do. All right.
Yeah.
So Corvea, gold digger,
Fake.
gold digger.
She gold digger, and she's sending her representative. She is so fake. But Fabrice read her. He
did.
read her. And I was just like,
no.
right. And I'm going, but wait till you see episode 2.
It's got to be like 3 or 4 by now, though. You saying episode 2, but it's been on longer than that, right?
It's just 2 episodes. Yesterday and the weekend before. Do you think it's more?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the first week.
Maybe my notes have just combined them all.
Yeah, I think I think we've had at least 2, if not 3. Because they got rid of 2 people the first day.
They got rid of Dre and Natasha. And then they got rid of Z.
And then
you might be right.
And then they got rid of Fabrice. So that's 3 episodes.
Oh, okay. It is 3 then.
So then yesterday would have been number 4.
Okay. Well, wait till you see the next episode.
Well, good. I wasn't picking up that it come on Friday. So yeah, I missed that one. I'll get caught up. Yeah, we'll talk about that one next week. Sorry.
Yeah, but what you say her name is? Corvette.
Corvea. Yeah.
She's definitely Hillary Banks. I
didn't pick up
like daddy. I want the money, daddy. That's all I can see every time she opens her mouth. And to me, that's not
fake. To me, she's telling them up front, I like nice things. I'm going to expect you to treat me a certain way. I don't know what's wrong with having red bottoms. Like, I think, she's materialistic, but I don't see her as necessarily fake. But I mean, I might catch up on that too. Watch the next episode. It might come out some more.
But yeah, Fabrice read her up, down, sideways, backwards, forwards. He read her.
He did.
He read her. And of course, the whole time he's talking, I'm going, it's like.
Yeah, so of course she didn't like him. He had to go.
Yeah, he had to go. She didn't like that. But I mean, the other guys pick up on it too.
The crazy part is, and I talk to all my friends who date and everything like that. Guys say they want real, but they don't want the homegirl. They want the hair done, nails done, Spanx wearing red bottoms. They like that put together, super glamorous looking
my nails
woman.
Are done.
You know what I'm talking about. You want to put on some makeup with that. You need to put
the girls up
3-inch heels, put some Spanx on, form-fitting dress. Yeah, they want all of that because when they take her out, they want to show they dude.
Showpiece.
Yeah, they want a showpiece. But you
Yeah.
get back home, that's when they want you to be home girl at home.
Yeah.
Watch football with them, or leave them in peace to watch football or basketball or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
men a trip
definitely.
from what I've been hearing.
Boy, do I know. Yes, they are. So anyway, yeah, I give it a D minus. I'm not really liking this cast. And it's probably like you said, the dynamic is different because a lot of the people are islanders, and there may be some different cultures coming into play at this point. And I don't know. I don't really know a lot about that, but I'm just not impressed with either side.
And with shows like these, and I was a Survivor fan for years. I mean, from back in the 90s. I watched Survivor every year until it got just too much for me. But the longer a show is on and people have been watching it, they've been studying it and they've been deciding, okay, when I get on here, I'm going to do this. And so that changes. And like you said, people are on there being fake. They're sending their representatives. And so, or
Good
they're
Lord.
trying to get media attention.
Yeah.
They're
So
doing
they can have
things.
their own show.
Exactly. And so you don't have as many authentic people
Right.
after a certain number of years. And so with them being 7 seasons in, they know that it's going to get stale in terms of the cast that they attract. And that's why they started trying to throw all these curveballs and twists and turns to try to make it interesting, because otherwise you're going to lose your audience. We can spot fake.
And we can spot fake, and they're getting more and more naked. The women, I mean, I know this is Miami and they're on the beach and stuff. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'm seeing more Tootsie Rolls than anything else. It's just, I don't want to see all that.
It's
You know,
also society. My students are getting more and more naked.
it's cold outside. Put some
It's 10
clothes
o'clock in the
on.
morning, love.
Right.
I don't need all of this in my face at 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to see all of that. I don't. Why you got on all that makeup at 10 o'clock in the morning, but you didn't pass this test? See, that's what I'm saying. You should have been spending that
Oh,
time.
Cookie.
As you know, it takes a long time for them to put on all that makeup. The
I do
makeup.
not know how to put on makeup.
Listen, let me tell you, I got my face done last year for a gala, and I went to a makeup artist like, oh, I'm gonna go and do this, right? I was sitting there. It took her like 3 hours to do my face. I said,
What?
girl,
I don't have that kind of time.
I didn't have that kind of time. I said, oh, I wasn't expecting to be here this long. She said, oh, you didn't know? I'm like, no, I didn't know y'all do this for 3 hours. I said, how long does it take you to do your face? She said, well, if I'm going out somewhere at night, I'll start at like noon or 1 o'clock. And she said she'll do her face and do her hair. It takes her all day to get ready for a party on Saturday night.
Really?
I was like,
Well, is her hair done too? Her nails done? Hair
she
done?
does, yeah, she has all that
Eyebrows?
done. Yeah. I said, I don't, but how do you have any other kind of job? I mean, she does makeup. I guess she does that full time during the week, and maybe she don't work on Saturday afternoon, evening. I don't know. I don't know how you can have any kind of job if you spend 6, 7 hours getting ready for a party.
I'm not
It
interested.
blew my mind. It blew my mind.
I'm
I was
not
like,
interested.
girl, because I thought I was gonna be there maybe an hour, and after like an hour and a half, I'm like, wait, hold up. What, are you almost done? She was like, I'm just
Was
finishing.
like, were they still here? Like, where were they in an hour and a half in? What like, was she just still up here on your forehead? What happens in an hour?
Honey, it just kept going on and on. She just kept coming back and touching this and doing this. And I was like, it ain't that serious. It's not that serious for me. I
Is
don't see how
that
people
time
do
when you
it.
had that purple gown on?
And
Oh,
my face was beat, but I was like, and I almost didn't want to wash. I wanted to be able to wear it a few days after all of that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
exactly.
I got to take this off tonight. I sat here 3 hours. You tripping. I don't see how people do it. I don't see how they do it.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't. That's one thing I just do not care about. And, I remember in undergrad, of course, I had long hair. And being a bio major, you have 8 o'clock classes, which means I had to get up at 5 o'clock to do my hair. And I literally would be pulling hair, curling it, and dozing back off, like grabbing hair. Because I'm sleepy as hell, but I got to do something with all of this hair that I had. And I was just like, when Boomerang came out, it was like the answer to my prayers.
The Halle Berry cut.
The Halle Berry. I was like, oh, like it was perfect.
I kept my hair pretty simple. I'm gonna tell you what saved me when we started wrapping our hair. That was everything. Being able to wrap it up at night, tie it, and the next morning comb it out, and it looked like something. That was but
magic. See, I don't even have to do that anymore. My hair
I'm
is
talking
trained.
about when you had long hair. That wrap was a lifesaver. Yeah. It saved a whole lot, man. Oh boy, it was like magic. I ain't lying. I used to love that.
But back then I was sleep.
How does that work?
That stuff would be hair going. I was like, oh my God. And it was so funny when I cut my hair, because of course this happened freshman year. All of the guys started running up to me and they were so upset that I cut my hair. And I was like, what? And they were like, why did you cut your hair? And I was like, I don't understand. And then I went home and my granddaddy, my dad's father, he was like, why did you cut your hair? Like it was a sin. Like he was like, what? And I'm going, what is with y'all in the hair? Okay, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and sit there and
that's why women out here buying it and sewing it in. So they can have long hair, because that's what the guys like.
Good. I like this. I like this. This is what I like. And I don't have to do anything. Like a few of these and my hair is combed.
You know me, you see me on here, I just do this and I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk about Love and Marriage DC.
Yay, they're back.
It's back on, and I am so happy that there are 2 less cast members.
Yeah.
Monique
they
and Chris.
trimmed the fat. They trimmed the fat. And they kept talking about them this first episode. Like, where is Monique? Where are Monique and Chris? Y'all know we don't care. Cut it out.
We really do not care.
We don't care.
I said all last year that I thought that Monique was mean and hateful. And I thought that she embarrassed her husband on TV. I thought she was disrespectful.
She was. It almost felt like she was trying to take a page from Melody Holt's book. You know, bring your man on TV, expose him for being a terrible husband, get a divorce, get all the sympathy of the viewers on your side, and then divorce him. You know,
but that's not what happened.
Yes, and it didn't work in her favor because it made her look bad. Melody's advantage was that Martell was actually cheating, and he was kind of a dog and running around on her. So everybody got on Melody's side initially. But the people didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. Right. Melody had that going for her.
Yeah.
In the case of in the case of Monique and Chris, he doesn't appear to be doing anything to her. We know he's not cheating on her. He's a sweet guy. He's in here trying his level best with these kids, and she just dogging him out every chance she gets. This is like, it's not working. It was like, leave that man alone. You don't want to be in a relationship, go on, leave. Just don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead, free yourself. Yeah,
please free yourself. Please free yourself.
You don't want Chris, Monique, go. Leave him.
Yes. I'm so glad they're gone. Well, but I mean, that's what they're showing us, and we're only going by what is shown. We have talked ad nauseum about how much these shows are edited and there are things that we don't see. However, the stuff that they show us, we think that she's a mean girl.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you said, and you watched the other show that she was on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I do not mind that they are not back. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I liked Chris, but Monique just came. She just looks, now she comes across as fake. And I think part of that is because she's she grew up kind of rough and she's trying to get away from that life, So she's
You're an
making
adult with
herself
children
out
now.
to be, you know, Miss Rich Bitch. And it's just, you know,
Gone, girl.
she's just trying too hard with the hair and the makeup and the clothes, naked. And it's just too she's just doing too much. She obviously is ready to be on her own.
Yes.
I think she's
And
ready to
she
be on
needs
her
to
own
be.
without Chris.
And then they have 3 boys, right?
I think they have a daughter too.
I can't remember. But yeah, okay. Well, maybe
One
it's
of the
2
kids
boys
is a
and a
little,
girl.
I think it's 2 boys and a girl.
Okay. I just really, I have always felt a way about people who stay in relationships like that when their kids are really young and the type of impact that has on young kids and what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had plenty of scenes in the kitchen and all of them were in the kitchen, and just the way that she was talking to him, and all I can think about is, what are those children thinking about? Like, what is going through their heads
Seeing
as
their
they're
mom
listening?
emasculate their dad.
Their father, right? Exactly. And I'm just like,
Okay. So
ugh,
we
I hate.
got rid of Monique and Chris. We couldn't drop Winter too.
Yeah,
We get rid of
exactly.
Winter. She didn't grow her hair back or sewn some in or whatever, but we don't need
She went and
her.
bought some.
She was fake. And I just
Very.
and even the drama that surrounded her wasn't interesting enough in my opinion to have her back. We didn't learn enough about her last season to really care because everything she presented to me was a lie.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm sure they brought her back for some drama, but they can find drama somewhere else because obviously there's going to be some with Joy.
Joy and Clifton. So they dug. I keep spitting on my laptop. So Joy and Clifton, who came from
Ready to
Ready
Love.
to Love. Yeah. I am still trying. Honestly, I did not think that it would last. I thought that was a crush, a huge crush. But I've shared this with you before. And I didn't think it had been 2 years because he said he has a 4-year-old, but I could have sworn on the show he said he had a 2-year-old. So I didn't think 2 years had passed. But when a man that you meet has a 2-year-old, I mean, literally that was yesterday. She just had that baby like yesterday. That baby is still getting them first set of shots. Like, what? What? Why are you even looking at other folks? I'm gonna need you to pay attention to what's going on over
You need
there.
to be going to these appointments with the pediatrician.
Right.
You need to be looking at daycare, picking up from daycare, dropping off. You need to be
You're
looking at,
busy.
yeah, you should be busy.
You should be busy.
You
And
should be.
I don't remember. Did he say there were 2 different women, or are they by the same? Did he say?
I don't remember.
Okay. But yeah, so what do you think about their relationship? I know I didn't like them on this first episode. I could have cared less how sexual positions they have in the house. I could care less about that. I don't even want to think about them like that. But yeah.
I find it odd that they're on here because they're not married yet.
Right.
It's Love and Marriage, DC. And on the other shows, the people were married on Huntsville. I shouldn't say other shows, but the only other one is Huntsville, Love and Marriage Huntsville. They were all couples. And even Destiny was married
Even
when she
Destiny
first
for
came
that
on the
5
show.
minutes.
Right. And so I don't
She
like that
wasn't
they
when she
changed.
first came on, but they got married when she got pregnant. And then she got divorced like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, and that might be why she doesn't need to be on there either. I think
Right.
if it's the housewives of a city, then they should actually be wives, you know,
How about that part?
not just chicks out here hanging out in the city. Call it something else then. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Which
don't
is why I didn't watch it, because I was like, they're not married. I don't
I
get
love
it.
the housewives though. Don't say nothing bad about my girls.
You can have them. You can
Cause
have them.
honey, you should watch Potomac. But anyway,
Excuse me.
I like Clifton. I think he's all in. He's mature, and I think he's all into Joy, but I don't think she's really ready for all of that. Cause like she said, she even said it herself. You know, marrying him, she got a ready-made family pretty much. You stepping right
Yeah.
on into dealing with young kids, not somebody
And
with
does he want
teenagers.
any more kids? Does she want kids?
She doesn't seem like she does. I haven't heard her say that. And with him having a 4-year-old, she gets pregnant or whatever, she's going to be demanding and she's going to be taking time away from him and that 4-year-old and however old the other kid is. So it's going to be complicated, I think. And what is she doing talking to single moms? That was the end of the episode.
Girl, exactly.
But I'm
When
with
she said,
Ashley on that one.
it
Was
was
it
like,
Ashley?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was Ashley and
a friend of
Lord.
theirs.
It was the friend too, but it was what's Jamie's wife name?
Irena.
Irena. Uranus. Yes, Irena. She said it. All of them said it. You're not married. You're not a mom.
Why are you talking
What?
to these ladies? And Joy is like, well, they asked me to, so I'm going to do it. And I hear you, but why would you do it? If I would have been like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not married or a single mom, so I'm not sure I would fit this audience. I would have
Right.
said that. But she's just like, hey, I'm going to make some money and get some
Maybe she getting
exposure. Let
paid.
me
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Maybe she's getting paid for it.
Well, I'm sure she's getting paid for it.
Yeah. So the money. It
Okay.
has to be. That's the motivation. Because how can you give a mother's perspective and you're not a mother? I
Are
would
you
not want to
talking
listen to
about
you.
dating? Yeah, but she's talking about dating as a
Right,
single
but you're
mom.
still not a
You're
mother.
not a single mom, so you don't know what it's like dating as a
Dating
single mom. You can't tell
single
these
or
ladies
mom.
anything. Yeah.
Nope.
And she found her man on the TV show. So how can you even talk about dating?
Right.
No, I'm serious. She found her man on a TV show where they brought men to her
Right.
to date.
You didn't have to vet them or nothing.
Anybody that goes to hear her talk is dumb.
Well, she's an invited guest, so maybe other people are on the panel or something.
You walk into a session for dating as a single mom and you see this heifer up on the stage. You gonna sit there?
I'm going to head on out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anybody that sits there and listen to her is dumb. That's just dumb.
I'm going to head on out.
Like the young ladies the other night at that event. They realized they saw the cost. They start grabbing bags, tipping on out. I was like, oh, y'all not staying? Oh, okay.
I'm going to head on out.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna head on out. So
Yeah.
but we'll see how it goes because again,
yeah, we'll see.
They aren't married and they actually haven't been together in the same place for very long. Because
Right.
she travels a lot and she used to be in Mexico
Well,
for
not
6 months a
anymore.
year.
Yeah.
And so I know 2 couples who went from seeing each other here and there to being together all the time during COVID and didn't make it. And so that togetherness, if you're not used to it,
Yeah.
just like some people, if you're always together, they can't handle the distance.
Yeah.
But if you're used to the distance and now all of a sudden you're together, you got to make some adjustments. So we'll see if they can get to the wedding. I don't know about those two.
Yeah, I have a friend who him and his wife been mostly apart they've been together I think 20 years. And I tell him all the time, that's why your marriage worked. Because y'all not together, you know, up under each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny when I do hear them when I'm talking to him and they're in the same room or whatever, and the way they be talking to each other, I just crack up because they just, you know, sometimes it's transactional conversations, you know, and it's kind of weird listening to them. But
They
then
like
when I'm with
roommates.
yeah, but then when I'm with them, like when we go to dinner or something, they all love each other. I'm like, oh, y'all really do love each other. That's so cute. All right. But I've been knowing them so long. It's so crazy. But anyway, I couldn't wait to talk to you about this part of the show when Ashley and Quick were having a conversation in their bedroom about their 14-year-old son, and her waking him up to go to
Waking
school.
that big boy up. That he almost a man.
Wait to hear what you had to say.
You know, I wasn't waking my kids up. I wasn't waking them up.
So
Now,
you
for
think
real,
Quick
no,
is right?
if they were about to miss their bus or something like that, I guess I would be like, all right, now, we gotta go. Let's get a move on. You still in there asleep? Better jump in the shower. I would kind of give them a little nudge if I felt like they needed it, but it wouldn't be on a regular basis. I wouldn't be getting up an hour at some ungodly hour to make sure they're up. No, that wasn't happening.
I guarantee you, we were just talking about Apple products. I guarantee you that child has an Apple phone, an Apple Watch, an iPad, or anything with a timer on it, and probably
Yeah.
an alarm clock or Hey Google or what's the other thing, a Siri, Alexa, or whatever. That child has ways to get up. And at 14, I don't have kids, but at 14, I think you need to be getting up on your own.
You can get up on your own. You about to be grown. If you want to be out here doing grown folks things, that's one of them. You can't have it both ways. And I promise you, when they get around that age, they start smelling. All you smell is feet and armpits and stuff like that. You need to start washing your tail. Get yourself up in the morning. Do your work. Do your homework. I'm not gonna be chasing you about your assignments. Don't be bringing no F's in my house. So,
right, excuse me.
Yeah, 14. That's ninth grade. High school. You
High
getting
school.
up at 6 in the morning to get a high schooler up? Yeah, she sound crazy. She's spoiling him. She's spoiling him, and Quick
them.
is correct. Now he may be overcorrecting the other way. He sounds like one of them. Trying to be hardcore kind of dads. He don't need to be that. He don't need to be Jamie.
Yeah, and I agree that he doesn't want to raise a child that at 26 years old, you still getting an allowance from your daddy and expecting your daddy to pay for your parking tickets and buying you a car.
And getting mad when he don't.
And then get mad and then gonna say, my girl holding me down. First of all, why you got a girlfriend and you ain't got no job? I'm still confused.
That part.
That you even have a girlfriend, you have no job. Like
when they said his girlfriend, I'm like, his what? His what? His girlfriend get what?
Why they do that?
Yeah, 26.
26.
And he mad because his dad done suggested he go, I ain't trying to work security. Why not? How you got preferences? How you got druthers and you broke? You got me faded.
And then when Jamie said, I give you $100 a week, it's giving him an allowance.
That's an allowance at 26.
At 26, I didn't even get an allowance at 7. Okay.
I got an allowance for a while.
Girl.
But once
I got a bribe home, to stop sucking my thumb. I got a bribe. And that lasted till when? I stopped sucking my thumb. I ain't get no damn allowance.
I did because I didn't work. My job was to get my straight A's in school. And so I didn't have jobs in high school. I didn't have jobs in college. And so I got an allowance in high school. But that was our arrangement. And so that I could still have a little money to do things. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any money because I couldn't work. They wouldn't let me work.
What you need money for?
Life.
What did you need?
I'm supposed to just sit on my hands at home all day. No, go out. And if I go to the movies,
Oh, go
go.
out. Oh.
Yeah, if we going to the movies, we going to the mall. I can't be at the mall walking around with lint in my pocket.
Yes, you could, because I did.
Got nothing but sweat inside my hand.
I just really don't remember. I
Wait,
don't
your
know. Maybe.
microphone is sounding weird. I don't
How
know if
about
you
now? I didn't do
it's,
anything.
if you move a certain way, it sounds different. Well, let's pause for a second. All right. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back.
We're back again. So
Right.
yeah, I couldn't wait to ask you about that because it's just really interesting to watch my friends and their kids and just I always think to myself, of course, things that I would do, like some things I agree with some of my friends, that things that they do with their kids, and sometimes I'm like, nope. And I think my goddaughter knows me backwards and forwards. She knows things to say, she knows things to ask for, and other things she'll go, now, God, mommy, I'm not asking you for this. I'm just telling you, like I'm just sharing. And then she'll say whatever because she knows I'll go, girl, you crazy. I'm not doing that.
Right.
And she goes, I know you're not gonna do that, God, mommy. I'm just telling you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
just for information purposes only.
Okay. Well, as long as you're not looking for me to buy it, then fine. Sure. Okay.
Because, baby, some of the stuff, I'm just like, no way in hell.
You how old? What makes you think you need a bag that's $1,000? Girl,
Girl, don't get me started on that bag.
These kids
I
out of
was
control
like,
sometimes. Yeah. They
yeah,
want to be grown. They want to have grown folks things, but they don't want to handle grown folks business. So you
right,
can't have it both ways. You can't.
right.
So Jamie Jamie sounds like a hard ass, and I know he probably was hard on that boy. I can see it. He's hard on everybody. It's his way or shut the hell up. So I understand he probably was rough on the kid. He ain't a
Yeah,
kid anymore, but
no.
he just the son sounded so ignorant in that conversation. I know it took all of his energy. I know it took all of the dad's energy not to snatch him and shake him. No,
Yeah,
seriously, because
yeah.
I know somebody like that. I don't want to say anything identifying, but he does have the nerve to say his girlfriend is the only one that do anything for him and the only one that cares about him. You was just staying at somebody's house, your family member's house, clown. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Who you think brought the food that was in the groceries that were in the refrigerator,
right.
for the food that you ate? Who you think paying the bills at the house where you were staying? I just can't stand that attitude. Like
Yeah.
if they ask their family for something and the family says no, then it's, well, y'all don't ever do nothing for me.
And we're not supposed to. You grown.
You 26. You 26 laid up with your girlfriend, but you want me to pay for your parking ticket. Like,
Right. Where they do
probably,
that at?
and it's probably a car that they bought him. Probably
And
that's
that's
why
what
the
Quick
bill
and Ashley's point. That is to Quick and Ashley's point when Ashley was saying he grew up in a two-parent household. And she made the point to say he's been screwing up since he was 15. This isn't anything new.
it's not. It's not. He out here rebelling and I don't even see the reason. Maybe it'll come out eventually on the show what he's so butthurt about
Yeah.
because we don't know yet. This kid is obviously hurting and angry for some reason. And he's lashing out with drugs and guns and whatever the hell else he's getting into. And it's like, why though? Why?
Well,
Why,
next the
sir?
girl will be pregnant.
Yeah, that's gonna be next.
That's
And then
next.
I like Irena for the most part. Excuse me, now I'm sounding crazy. But she seems like the type who, when Jamie lays down the law, She don't say nothing, and then later on she gonna go, here, baby, here's some money. Go and
Yeah,
here, do whatever you want to do anyway,
yeah,
because
yeah,
she want to be liked.
yeah. But
So she's
remember
a
last
problem.
season, it almost seemed a little, and I shouldn't even use the word little in front of this statement, but it almost seemed like an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It to me, their relationship came off as whatever he says goes, but if she doesn't do it, he got a little aggressive with her.
Mm-hmm. Like when he was telling her to shut up at
Yeah,
that dinner or whatever, and interrupting her,
yeah,
like, yeah, we're not talking about that. I'm done with it.
yeah,
He acts
yeah,
like he can just say, okay, this conversation is over and you better not say nothing else. And then if you
right,
do, you're in trouble when you get home. Because you can see
right.
her body language. She just kind of withdraws and, into herself because she knows she gonna get it later.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
might not, he might not hit her. It might just be verbal, but he's an ex-policeman, so I wouldn't be surprised if he cracked her upside the
Have
head
a
a
little
couple
anger
times.
issues. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their relationship is she walks on eggshells around him.
She appears to. She appears to.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Mm-hmm.
kids are tired of it. That older daughter, she just don't come
Oh,
around that
she
much.
done with it.
She
She
she's
done with it.
not she's not sticking around for this nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
The blind kid, he's so cute and
Jason.
so sweet. But
He
he's
is
trying
a
to be
sweetheart.
he's trying to be out of there too. He's like,
He's
yeah, I
independent.
gotta get away from y'all clowns.
Yeah.
So he's over it too. And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy for him getting out to
I
do his
mean,
own thing.
yeah.
So we'll
The
see.
the party was very nice. He seemed to have a good time with the people, and I wish him the best as well. I would be terrified if he was my kid. He
Yeah.
can't see.
Yeah.
It just that, oh my God. You don't know who's walking up on you. I mean, it's, oh my God.
Yeah.
That would scare me.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, it was a nice party. He's surrounded by people that obviously love him. I
Mhm.
just wish that Jamie and Jamie Jr. didn't have their little.
Tay
I
to
know
tay
these producers put them up to it, but you just don't have to confront people at social events. It's somebody else's
all the
party.
time.
Why does this have to be your time to talk to him?
Right, right,
You could have
right.
called him
Yeah,
yesterday. You could have called him
yeah,
earlier today, or just wait till tomorrow.
right.
Go, where he
Just
stay,
enjoy the moment.
and
Enjoy the
be in the
moment.
moment. Yeah. They always like,
Mhm.
I gotta go say something now. No, you don't. You
Yeah,
don't. You don't have to say anything. So they're
you
gonna
don't.
spoil this boy's party. I'm pretty sure that's tonight's episode. Because Jamie went to go talk to him in the hallway or something.
Out in the hallway, right, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a good season though. Because they starting with it right out the box. First episode, let's bring it.
yeah,
You already got Ashley and Joy about to go at it, and then you already got Jamie and Jamie Jr. going at it. First thing, fresh out the gates. So
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's gonna be an interesting episode.
It'll be
Season.
interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting season. It'll be better than that Ready to Love.
Yeah,
I don't much care.
the best thing Ready to Love has going for it is that the people are going on to do other things. They're getting the exposure on there that they want, and then they're going on to be actors and being on other
Everybody want to be an
shows. And
actor.
yeah, a lot of them are already aspiring actors. That's why they go on here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like the Put a Ring on It show. Which incidentally, for some reason last night when I got home, my DVR was acting funny. I had to reboot it. It erased everything. I mean everything. All my shows are gone. All the scheduled shows are gone. And so today I spent time trying to put everything back. Because I don't watch live TV, so it can be recorded. And Put a Ring on It is not scheduled to come back on yet. So I don't know when that's coming back, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with these next set of couples, because last season I was so done with them. Ugh,
yeah,
horrible.
Yeah,
But
let's see where
yeah,
it's going. And then
yeah.
maybe they're staggering
Ready to Love and put
the
a ring on it.
seasons, and
Yeah,
yeah, so it may not come back until, because we got Ready to Love and Love and Marriage DC right now. So we
yeah.
might need to wait until those are either almost over or done
Mhm.
before we get a
Yeah,
new show coming in. Because if
yeah.
not, if you
Because it
do
didn't even
everything
have a
all at once,
record.
then what you gonna have after that?
Right. Well, I'm ready for P Valley, and I'm ready for Power Book 2 and 4 to come back on.
Yeah, that's not even this network though. You all on a whole different network.
I
I'm
know,
talking
but that's
about
what I want. These reality shows are working my nerves because these people are so fake and they all have ulterior motives and no one is genuine and it's getting on my nerve. And I don't
yeah,
know how many boobs I can see in a season. I'm just not.
bellies.
Boobs and bellies. Good
It's
googamoo.
funny too because we know the TV shows are fake, right? We know that these
Right.
are written. And so we go along with it and we're just trying to see if they're doing things that make sense. Like, would a real person do something like this?
Right.
But it's
Right.
just too annoying when it's reality TV, but they're not being real.
Right.
You know,
The furthest from real you can get.
yeah, that's when it's like, y'all fake. This ain't real. I want to watch something else.
Right, next.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
All
well
right.
anyway, so next week we will talk about Love and Marriage DC and Ready to Love episode whatever they're on.
Whatever. Yeah, wherever we are. I'm going to be caught up. So, yeah, we got to do this again. We'll be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right. I ain't
like and
trying to be
subscribe.
funny,
I ain't trying
but
to be funny, but
with Keita and Kim. All
thanks
right.
for listening. Talk
Yep.
to you later.
Holla,
Bye.
holla.